Everybody knows that college is an expensive experience. From books to tuition, it can add up really quickly, and people go into debt, and also food is also very expensive. A cheaper alternative to going to the dollar menu at Wendy's or Burger King every day is to actually cook your own food. You can eat off of it for days, and it's much cheaper in the long run. These ingredients here are the basic essential ingredients to making spaghetti. All you need is really noodles and the sauce, and instead of using Prego or Ragu, I'm going to go ahead and use homemade sauce. You can use the Hunt's tomato sauce and the Hunt's tomato paste, and these things usually run you about 40 cents a can, and this can usually get for $1 to $2. So you can eat off of this for days, and it's only going to run you about $3 or $4 in the long run. All these other ingredients here are just extra to add seasoning to it, as they're not necessary, but it definitely makes it worth eating. We got black pepper, paprika, onion powder. We have all-season salt, which you can use Tony Chachere's instead if you prefer the Tony Chachere's. We have parsley flakes. This is mostly for coloring. It doesn't add a lot of flavor, but it does add some. And you have garlic powder. Now, the onion and garlic powder are both strong, so you're not going to want to add a whole bunch of these to the spaghetti mixture sauce, because it's going to come out really, really overpowering. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and get you some boiling water. Well, get you some water, and go ahead and put it on the stove and start it to boiling. Okay, you're going to take your spaghetti, and I'm only going to prepare a little bit. And go ahead and just get some spaghetti out of here. And you're going to want to put it in your boiling water. Alright, now while that starts to get boiled up and the noodles start to get tender, we're going to wait on those to finish up, and we're going to start on the tomato sauce. You're going to use 2 cans of tomato sauce for 1 can of tomato paste, and that's all going to go in this little pot right here. And we already have it set up to where it's starting to cook. Now, you're not going to cook it for very long. You're going to wait until it starts to boil, and you're going to lower the fire till it's a low boil. You don't want it boiling hard. Alright, now while it's boiling, that's when you can start adding your different ingredients. Now, like I said, it all depends on your taste. There's no specific ingredient amounts that you have to add. It just depends on what you like and how much you like of it. Me, I personally like the all-season salt, onion powder, paprika, and the black pepper. Those are the 4 that add the most flavoring to my spaghetti sauce. Now these, like I said, are just a little bit extra if you want to add more flavoring. Once your sauce has been simmering for a while and you've already simmered out all your ingredients into the sauce, you're going to sample the sauce with a spoon just to taste how it tastes. Like I said, there's no specific amount of ingredients to add. It's just all depending on how much you like it and what you want your sauce to taste like. Depending on how long you cook it, it's going to depend on also the taste. So if you cook it a little longer, it's going to have another taste. If you cook it a little less, it's going to have a different taste. So these things are usually already done, that you really don't have to cook them. So the cooking is just cooking in the flavor. Now the noodles you're going to boil until they're the softness that you like. You don't want them too hard, you don't want them too soft, but it's all, again, personal preference. Now what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to kill the fire to both when they're both done, and you're going to strain the spaghetti noodles and rinse them off under water to keep them from sticking together. Now you can either store the spaghetti and the sauce together in one bowl in the refrigerator, or you can separate them out into 2 separate bowls and dish out how much of the sauce you actually want for your spaghetti noodles. Now once it's finished, this is going to be your final product. Just some spaghetti noodles with sauce. Okay. As you can see, this is not a very difficult process to learn. I learned it a few years ago from my mom because I've always loved to eat spaghetti so much that I wanted to know how to make it myself. And with being a college student, it's really cheap to make, and you can make it anytime you want with just these few ingredients, and it won't break the budget.